The morning sun had barely risen when the peace of David's home was shattered by the thunderous pounding on his front door, followed by a loud crash as uniformed HOA security, dressed and acting like overzealous cops, smashed their way inside screaming, "You're in violation!" Their justification being that his flagpole was 2 feet taller than regulations allowed. His young daughter burst into tears while his wife clutched her tightly, terrified, and David, a retired Navy SEAL who had given years of service to his country, stood there in disbelief at the arrogance of a neighborhood association pretending to wield police power. The so-called officers barked threats, demanded fines, and promised further harassment if he didn't comply, leaving his home wrecked and his family shaken as they stormed out with smug satisfaction. But what they didn't know was that David's brothers in arms, the same SEAL team he had served with overseas, still checked in on each other, ready to protect their own. Later that night, those men, quiet and disciplined, arrived at the HOA headquarters where board members had grown too comfortable abusing power, and in perfect unison they confronted them, not with violence, but with the same precision and authority that had once broken. Terrorist cells, reading out their misconduct, documenting their illegal actions, and forcing accountability in a way no homeowner ever could alone. The board, rattled and cornered, stammered excuses as the SEALs laid out a stack of evidence already prepared for state authorities and local media, making it clear the intimidation was over and that the people they had bullied would no longer be afraid. David's daughter, who had cried that morning, watched her father return home later that night with a smile of reassurance, knowing that real strength didn't come from badges or fake authority, but from honor, loyalty, and standing up for what's right. Because at the end of the day, what happens when an HOA forgets they are servants of the community, not its tyrants? The answer was written in the silence that followed, as the entire neighborhood realized that one man's courage, backed by brothers who never left anyone behind, had finally restored peace, dignity, and justice to a place where fear had once reigned.